Good evening, I'm Sarah Safsanama. Let's begin with the top stories of the hour. Ruling alliance partners Nepali Congress and CPN-UML reach an understanding to not take projects in loans under BRI. Experts suggest the Prime Minister to avoid signing new agreements during his China visit. Trade deficit in the first 4 months of the ongoing fiscal exceeds 460 billion rupees. It is, however, 0.26% lower than last year. Exports improves this year by over 4%. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un accuses the US of stoking tension and provocations, adds the Korean peninsula has never faced a greater risk of nuclear war. And Home Minister Ramesh Lekak unveils the logo and trophy of the inaugural edition of Nepal Kabaddi League. 110 players selected from all provinces for the first round. CPN-UML has responded to many of the questions raised on itself and the government through an assembly in the capital today. The party organized a rally that turned into an assembly in the capital's Darbar Marg for what it called an event to raise awareness against anarchy. Addressing the assembly, Prime Minister and party chair KP Sharma Oli said his own party and Nepali Congress that otherwise are competitors to one another had to join hands to protect democracy.
यो सरकार हामीले देशमा सुशासन ल्याउनका लागि सोची समझिकन प्रतिस्पर्धा स्थगित गरेर देशको अवस्थालाई हेरेर अधोगतिलाई हेरेर अर्थतन्त्रलाई ओरालो लगाइएको छ। देशको ढिकुटीमा पैसा छैन, ऋणै ऋण मात्रै छ, चल्ने अवस्था छैन, उद्योग धन्दा बन्द छन्, व्यापार बन्द छ, राजस्व उठ्दैन।
Prime Minister Oli also expressed reservations over the comments made ahead of his China visit, which he claimed will be fruitful. He also expressed commitment to maintain a balance with both the neighboring countries moving forward. He also clarified the rumors that he had investments in Cambodian telecom were false. The Premier also added that it was not a positive move on behalf of the Nepal Electricity Authority to disrupt power supply to industries in order to collect outstanding amounts. He called it a move that took away jobs from the market during a time of economic crisis. Also addressing the assembly, CPN-UML General Secretary Shankar Pokhrel said the party was ready to face any probe in cases where the party leaders had been alleged of involvement, including Omni Giribandhu cases, among others.
राजनीतिमा षड्यन्त्र कसरी गरिँदो रहेछ भन्ने कुराको दृष्टान्त अराजकताका विरुद्ध उभिँदाखेरि बदनाम गर्नका लागि त्यो गरिएको हरकतबाट हामी शिक्षा लिन सक्दछौं। पछिल्लो समय केही यस्ता विषयहरू उठाएर हाम्रो पार्टी र नेतृत्वमाथि प्रहार गर्ने गरिएको छ।
A rally that began from the capital's Bhadragali went around New Road Gate, Bir Hospital and Ratna Park before turning into the assembly in Darbar Marg. Meanwhile, the Kathmandu metropolis this evening issued a letter to CPN-UML demanding for fines worth 100,000 rupees for what it called littering the Darbar Marg area. It is time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before today's question, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we'd asked you, why do political parties lack consensus on foreign aid projects? 16% voted for option A, lacking strategy, 58% for B, politicization of the project, and 26% for C, inadequate study. And here's today's question. What's your take on the Prime Minister's dissatisfaction towards the performance of government mechanism? Your options are A, no results to be satisfied about, B, lack of support from officials, and C, lapses on part of the government itself. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Now moving on, ruling alliance partners Nepali Congress and CPN-UML have both agreed not to take loans under China's Belt and Road Initiative BRI. At a time of heated discussions over whether Nepal should take grants or loans from China to implement BRI right ahead of Prime Minister Oli's China visit, the Premier himself has announced that the government will not accept loans to implement the project.
हामी सकेसम्म कतैको पनि ऋण लिन चाहदैनौं। अहिले हाम्रो ऋण लिने ऋण थुपार्ने त्यस प्रकारको मनस्थिति छैन, अवस्था पनि छैन। तर हामीले उत्पादन बढाउनु परेको छ। आफ्नो उत्पादन कसरी बढाउन सकिन्छ? निराश हुने कुरा होइन, हामी आशावादी भएर आफू जाग्नु पर्यो।
Nepali Congress had previously officially stated that the government should only take projects from China that come in the form of grant. A discussion program was held between economists and foreign affairs experts in Parliament building in New Baneshwar today, where Nepali Congress concluded that the Prime Minister during his upcoming China visit should not accept any projects under BRI that come in the form of loans. The party also concluded no new agreements should be signed unless Chinese government fulfills the previous agreements. At another event in Janakpur, Nepali Congress leader Bimalendra Nidhi opined there would not be new agreements under BRI during Prime Minister Oli's upcoming China visit.
हाम्रो के पनि दुधार छैन। अहिले ऋण लिन सकिदैन भनेमा थियो हामीले बिआरआई हुँदैन पनि भनेको छैन। मैले पनि समझदारी पत्रमा त्यसबेला एमओयू हस्ताक्षर गरे हो। त्यो हस्ताक्षरमा खाली लगानी, कनेक्टिभिटी, प्राविधिक सहयोगका कुराहरू छन्। अब चाहिँ कस्तो सहयोग गर्ने भन्ने कुरा आउँदाखेरि हामी के चाहन्छौँ भने कनेक्टिभिटीको कुरा आउँदा सुरुमा सडकमा अनुदान सहयोग दिनु पर्यो। अनुदान नै धेरै प्रतिबद्धता चाहिँ चिनिया सरकारले गरेको कयौं वर्षदेखि कार्यान्वयन भएको छ, त्यसलाई कार्यान्वयन गर्नु पर्यो।
नेपाली कांग्रेसको सुरुदेखि नै आधिकारिक निर्णय छ कि चीनबाट हामीले बीआरआई प्रोजेक्ट अन्तर्गत दिने कुनै पनि विकासको कुराहरूको सन्दर्भमा अनुदान मात्रै लिन्छौँ, लोनमा हामी जाँदैनौँ। मूल विषय चाहिँ हामीले हाम्रो तर्फबाट शेरबहादुरजीले र पार्टीले प्रधानमन्त्री ओलीजीलाई भनिसक्नु भएको छ कि चीन जाँदाखेरि अनुदान बाहेक लोनमा सही नगर्ने भनेर।
Today's meeting came at a time when the ruling partners had been divided over BRI issue and ahead of Prime Minister Oli's China visit. Nepali Congress's stance on BRI had left the Premier in a difficult position as CPNUML was previously open to taking projects in either grants or concessional loans as per necessity. Now, Nepal's trade deficit in the first 4 months of the ongoing fiscal year stands at 460 billion rupees, which is 0.26% lesser than the same period last fiscal. Between the Nepalese months of Shravan to Kartik, Nepal imported goods worth 513 billion rupees. This is 0.17% lesser than last year. Likewise, exports during the 4 months stand at 52 billion 670 million rupees. Last year, Nepal had exported goods worth 50 billion 560 million rupees. This means exports have gone up this year by 4.46% for the first 4 months. Foreign trade stands at over 563 billion rupees. Diesel is still the most imported item at 29 billion rupees, followed by petrol at 21 billion and LPG worth 18 billion. Other highly imported items include smartphones, sunflower oil, urea, automobile parts and machineries. The most exported items are soybean oil at 3 billion 400 million rupees, followed by carpets worth 2 billion 300 million rupees and tea worth 2 billion rupees based on Customs Department. We'll take a short break here. More news coming up. In our Public Voice segment, today we've asked in several provinces, how can rallies and assemblies be staged without affecting the movements of general public? Let's take a look at what they had to say.
सडकमै चाहिँ आन्दोलन अब आमसभाहरु नगरेर तपाईको खुला ठाउँमा कुनै ठाउँमा गएर गर्दिए राम्रो हुन्थ्यो।
सोशल मिडियाहरुमा पनि प्रदर्शन गर्न सक्छौं। यदि फिजिकल रूपमै उपस्थित भएर प्रदर्शन गर्न परेको खण्डमा चाहिँ हामीले सार्वजनिक ठाउँ र खुला ठाउँलाई छानेर प्रदर्शन गर्यौं भने उपयुक्त हुन्छ।
सबै जनता मिल्न पर्यो हैन, एकमत हुनु पर्यो। एकमत हुनु पर्यो, उसको पार्टी उ भएपछि दुःख पाउने कारण त्यही हो के।
मौन जुलुसहरु गर्न सकिन्छ, कालोपट्टि बाँधेर विरोध देखाउन सकिन्छ।
कतिपय आन्दोलन पेन डाउनका कुरा रहन्छन् भनेपछि कतिपय चाहिँ मौन अवधिमा गएर कार्यालयमा बसेर पनि धरना दिने कार्य हुन्छ।
नागरिकहरूको सहजताको लागि राज्यले निश्चित मापदण्ड बनाइदिने निश्चित क्षेत्रहरूलाई तोक्दिने जहाँ उले आफ्नो विरोधहरू शान्तिपूर्ण विरोधको लागि आफ्नो मागहरू राख्न पाउने व्यवस्था गर्ने जहाँ दमन पनि हुँदैन।
नागरिकले शास्ति हुने गरी चाहिँ विरोध गर्नु भएन। सरकारले ठाउँ चाहिँ निश्चित ठाउँहरु चाहिँ तोकिदिनु पर्यो जहाँ गएर विरोध गर्न सकोस्।
ज्ञापन पत्रको मार्फतबाट गर्दै गएको भए राम्रो हुन्छ।
धरना गर्ने यही ठाउँ हो, स्पेशली ठाउँ बनाएर अनि त्यही सजिलो हुन्छ।
जहाँ नागरिकहरूलाई दैनिक काममा चाहिँ अवरोध आउँदैन, जस्तै सार्वजनिक स्थलहरूमा उहाँहरूले चाहिँ प्रदर्शन गर्दाखेरि उपयुक्त हुन्छ।
टेलिभिजन मार्फत या रेडियोहरू मार्फत जनतासँग पुर्याउनका लागि या पत्रपत्रिकाहरू मार्फत आफूले भन्न खोजेको कुरा के हो, आफ्नो कुरा के हो, त्यो कुराहरू चाहिँ त्यसरी गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ नागरिकलाई पनि शास्ति पनि नहुने।
सामाजिक सञ्जालको प्रयोग गरेर थोरै समयमा धेरैलाई चाहिँ सूचना दिने गरी प्रदर्शन र मेसेज फ्लो गर्न सकिन्छ।
Time now for international update. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has accused the United States of ramping up tension and provocations, saying the Korean peninsula has never faced a greater risk of nuclear war, according to state media KCNA. The comments came amid international criticism over increasingly close military cooperation between Pyongyang and Moscow, and assertions that North Korea sent more than 10,000 troops to Russia to support its invasion of Ukraine. North Korean state media have not yet publicly mentioned the re-election of Donald Trump, who held 3 unprecedented meetings with Kim during his first term in Singapore, Hanoi and at the Korean border in 2018 and 19. Their diplomacy, however, yielded no concrete outcome due to the gap between U.S. calls for North Korea to abandon its nuclear weapons and Kim's demands for sanctions relief. Trump has long touted his ties with Kim, saying last month the two countries would have had a nuclear war with millions of people killed, but he had stopped it thanks to his ties with the North's leader. Analysts say the North Korean leader could be trying to underscore the North's nuclear capabilities ahead of Trump's second term, while leaving the door open for diplomacy. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has said Russia's use of a new ballistic missile on Dnipro shows a clear and severe escalation of the war. Zelensky said in his nightly address that the use of a ballistic missile against Ukraine was more proof that Russia had no interest in peace. The move was Russian leader Vladimir Putin's second step in escalating the war, Zelensky said, the first being the use of more than 10,000 North Korean soldiers in the ongoing conflict. Zelensky said Putin disregarded calls from China, Brazil, European countries, the US and others, and that he is doing everything to prolong the conflict, which started more than 1,000 days ago. Meanwhile, North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO has said the aid provided to Ukraine will not be affected by Russia's attack. Likewise, France and Britain have made it clear that they will provide all possible support to Ukraine to survive the war. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has indicated that Russia's move could provoke war. After the Russia attack, NATO and Ukraine are set to hold an emergency meeting in Brussels, the Belgium's capital, next week to oppose the Russian move. China, however, has urged both sides to adopt peace. We've got more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break.
Sports news.
The logo and trophy of the inaugural edition of Nepal Kabaddi League were unveiled today. Minister of Home Affairs Ramesh Lekhak unveiled the logo and trophy of the franchise Kabaddi League in a program held in the capital. 6 teams named after cities, Kathmandu, Pokhara, Biratnagar, Janakpur, Dhangadi and Butwal are participating in the tournament. 110 players from all 7 provinces have been selected in the league's first round. These players will be provided to the 6 teams. The teams will also have foreign players. The number, however, is yet to be decided. The league will begin in the 3rd week of January next year. The specific date is yet to be announced. Matches will be played in covered hall in Tripureshwar. Nepal's national women's and men's team had bagged bronze medals in the 11th South Asian Games. In the 12th edition, women's team had won bronze and both the men's and women's team had won silver in the 13th edition. Nepal had grabbed the 2nd spot in Bangabandhu Gold Cup this year. Nepal's women's team had also won bronze in their first participation in ASEAN. Now, Sankata Club have defeated Machindra Club 4-2 in the 2nd match of the ENFA Under-18 Youth League. In the match held in ENFA Complex Sadobato, Machindra had taken a lead, however failed to maintain it. Kabir Tamang had converted a spot kick in the 27th minute. after Sankata's goalkeeper Sujan Basned fouled on Prasun Tamang. Sankata tried to make a comeback in the second half with an equalizer as Sabin Kumar Lungeli scored in the 57th minute. However, Machindra were awarded another penalty in the 78th minute after Kishore Kuar fouled Prashant Mayangbo. Ronik Rana Magar converted the penalty to give Machindra the lead. However, in the 6 minutes remaining before the final whistle, Sankata scored 3 goals to stun Machindra. Krishna Ali scored in the 84th and 89th minute and Sudeep Lama scored in the injury time to seal the match 4-2. Tribhuvan Army Club and Nepal Club played a 2-all draw at the Lalit Memorial Enfa Under-18 Youth League. APF had taken a 2-1 lead in the first half itself in the match held in Enfa Complex in Sadubato. However, Army were awarded a penalty in the second half, which they converted to share points with APF. Both the sides had gone down to 10 men after a bad tackle that ensured intense situation. Army had opened their account in the 5th minute. Rustam Thapa Magar opened their account, giving Raju Thamang's team the lead. Jibesh Kumar Pandey's APF equalized in the 24th minute as Sajan Yonjan found the net. Sunil Singh gave APF a lead again, scoring in the 31st minute. However, Arjun Sunar got 2 yellow cards in the 44th minute as APF came down to 10 men and a foul also made sure Army got a penalty. Anuvav Puri converted the spot kick to equalize. A minute later, Army came down to 10 men as well as Digvijay Shahi got 2 yellow cards. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Up next is news in Nepali. Good night.